Hello and welcome back to Strongwoman High's Life is a Mishmash. Today we have very special guest on the podcast, Avril Clarke. Welcome to the show, Avril. How are you doing?
Good morning. I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Good. Yes, I am also very well. So, do you want to give a little bit of a rundown about who you are, what you're all about, that sort of jazz for everyone listening to the pod?
There's not much to tell really. I'm Avril Clarke. I work out of or train out of Bionic Gym in Oldham. I started Strongwoman in October 22. I think my first comp was Queen of the North, like for many women who start in Strongwoman, and kind of got the bug from there. I think I'd got into it via my coach. A few years earlier, I'd gone to one of his comps. I'm pretty sure Donna Moore was there, and I saw that, and I was like, I want to do that. That's for me. Trained throughout COVID, and the first opportunity I got straight into Strongwoman and training in the gym. Past couple of years, I've forayed into the UKNS natural strongman scene. Did my first England's and UK's last year, which was mental and so much fun. Decided to have another crack at it again this year. Normally I stop at UK's because I never progress, and somehow I've found my way to Worlds this year. So I'm going to do my first ever Worlds. But that's about it. And yes, I have 3 trophies, one of which my mum gave to me, I think. But the one I'm most proud of is the one I did with you guys the other week, which was the BSPO, Britain's Strongest Police Officer. So I went up and did a comp at Northern, which was just brilliant. Such a good day. And came away with 3rd in the Open. So I was dead chuffed with that because I'm not an Opens athlete. I'm 50. I'm dead old. It was a great day, great gym.
Yeah, it was really good fun. It was such a good day, and I think it was quite stressful because there was a lot of people there as well. Like that was a big comp, wasn't it? Really, and like to come even podium in the Opens was fucking good going. Like because the girls there were really really strong. So yeah, it was
and about 20 years younger.
Well, that's the thing as well. Like to say that you're not an open weight and you were competing as a masters in an open weight category and still managed 3rd. Like it's fucking class, isn't it?
Yeah, it was men. It was a buzz for me seeing so many people who do the job I do involved in strong. I had no idea there were that many involved in it, and it was just I've made so many good friends from that comp. That's it for me. That's a win.
100%. Yeah, it was just one of them days that just went really really well. I feel like, and as well, all of you were such good competitors. Like it was so easy to organise you. Like you could tell it, like you were all an organised group of people. Because literally, I would say one thing and you'd all be there ready. Like I didn't, and there was no like none of this usual strong man. Oh, I'm not ready yet. Blah, blah, blah. Like all of you were just there, ready, going. Like so efficient.
Doesn't happen in the place. There's a rank structure. So if somebody who's a higher rank than you tells you to do something, you do it. So having us at a comp, if you tell us to be somewhere, we're there 5 minutes early. We are the best competitors because we just do as we're told.
Yeah, it was brilliant. I think that's one of the reasons the day ran so smoothly because we weren't chasing anybody. There wasn't no carry-ons. Like, and as well, what I found, everyone was super respectful, which is lovely at a comp. Like, I've been to a few comps where like, and I was doing the scores, so like off my own spreadsheet that I'd created. So like, and I'm stupid, so like, the chance they worked was slim. And a couple of people came up and said, "Oh, I think you might have got this score wrong. Like, can you just have a look at that?" And I was like, absolutely fine. Like the way that people were dealing with me was so respectful. Where usually people are like, "I got fucking 5 reps on that. What you doing?" And I'm like, rude. Well, I'm not going to change it now, you dick. So, yeah, it was really nice. It was such a good day, wasn't it?
Yeah. I'm up for doing that again next year. That's probably one of the. I've been to some slick comps. It's up there with like really well run, but the whole vibe during the day was everything I encapsulate in Strongman and Strongwoman. It was there at that comp, and I just thought, what a fantastic day. And we scored some absolute mint stuff. Did you see the athletes packs we got?
Oh yeah, there was some right goodies in that goodie bag.
so much swag. I was like, yeah, I'm a fan of that. I'll do that again.
100%. Yeah, if you're listening to this now and you're in the police and you want to get into strongman, get onto it. It's Alex who runs it, and if you need his info, send me a message and I'll send it across to you so everyone knows how to get it. I don't want to post his personal info all over Instagram, but if you need it, message me and I'll put you in contact with him so you can get involved for next time, because it was 100% worth it. And like, I think that'll just grow now. Like, that'll grow really, really beautifully now over the next couple of years.
Yeah, I think they had the highest ever amount of entrants, and more importantly, they had the highest ever entrance in the women's categories across the board, which was just meant. So I'm here for that. I'm here for growing that element.
100%, yeah, 100%. I totally agree with you. Yeah, no, it was class. Right, well, let's move on then and get into the actual podcast, shall we? So, Avril, what has been your Strongwoman high?
I think we touched on it briefly before, and I've thought about this since you invited me on. I've had a whole list and everything, and I was just like, I can't pick one. But the overall element and everything that I looked at was the community. I have done sports from a really early age. I've always been in some sort of team sport or individual sport, be it athletics, rugby, football, hockey, you name it. I've tried it. Golf, not so good. But for me, I've never met a community like this. Not just at comps where your competitor, the person who's coming up against you, is cheering you on to get a rep or to finish a run. I've never had that before. Yeah. I've never come across another sport where you are so actively invested in, your opposition's, like result. I think I love the whole sort of go anywhere in the country at the minute and someone will know you, and you can go to any strongman gym. I love the whole online sort of scene with it as well. I can go to a gym in Paisley, which I do regularly, and they're like, "They have us." Yeah. And they literally, have you done strongman before, strongwoman before? Yeah, crack on.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. I totally agree. I think that's a lot of the reason a lot of people stay in the community in the sport for so long is because it like you create a friendship group, don't you? Like I say this all the time. I've got some of the best friends I've ever had, and they're all from within the sport of strongman. I've only known them for the last like 5 or so years, but I feel like now I'm like, well, that's my circle. Like if I didn't have strongwoman now, I wouldn't have any mates.
Yeah, and the same for me. I thought. Keep mentioning I'm 50. I'm really proud of that fact.
It's fucking class, to be fair.
I've got such a class story about me and Dolores McLaughlin in a minute. Because we're the oldest in the Masters, we think. But the community itself, I thought at 50, you kind of have your set friendship circles in life, don't you? I've known people since I was like 20 years old, since I first moved to Manchester. And you kind of think you're set in life then, and that the older you get, you maybe don't go out and forge so many strong friendships because you've got that friendship base. No, completely wrong. Strongwoman has completely tipped that on its head for me. I have mates all over the country who are fully invested in what I do and my well-being, who regularly check in with me. We meet up at comps as well. We have an absolute scream. People like Wendy Stewart, I speak to it on nearly a daily basis, usually to slag each other off in the morning. But, these people then come away from Strongwoman and are there as your mates. And I never expected that out of this sport. It's been one of the defining things for me is the friendship circles that I've got now, the things I've done, the places I'm going to, the things I'm seeing, the people I'm meeting. It's everything. That has been the overarching Strongwoman high for me. There's been a couple of personal ones. I mean, if you're talking about comp highs, and I know this has been mentioned before, just building on that community thing, I think it was UK's last year and Helen Maxwell's Stone.
Oh, yeah, we spoke about that before.
I have. I get hairs on the back of my neck just remembering that.
Yeah.
I think the whole day was mental for so many reasons in terms of the Masters competing and women from all over the place in that category. We'd already had records broken that day. And it wasn't even about that. It was about her getting that stone over with the grindiest rep.
Yeah.
And every single person in that gym, because we were up at Chaos, all the weight class athletes were all piling in as well to start their comp. I'm
Hmm.
pretty sure we caused a mini earthquake.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. It was so loud in that gym during her stone rep. It was so fucking loud. It's insane. You
I
can't
honestly,
get the scope of it on the video off the live stream, but it was absolutely mental. Everyone just lost their head
yeah,
for about 30 seconds.
just gone, fully invested in Helen's lift, and it was mental. And if people knew how much had gone into that, and how much she'd been training, and the backstory, it just would have made it even more. But it was like the longest extension ever, and I was just like, I'm so wow, that is amazing strength.
Yeah,
But I think for me, that was what fully encapsulated that whole community as well. For just a small fraction of time, 200 people at least were just fully
yeah,
invested in that one person,
yeah,
genuinely believing that the sound of our voices would give her that rep.
yeah,
The
yeah,
louder we shouted, the more lift she'd get on it. So that
yeah,
for me was a genuine strong woman high. I'm the biggest hype girl anyway in the gym, and my
yeah,
gym mates will attest to this. Some people don't like it. I genuinely, if I see you going for a PB in the gym, I'm right there next to you, screaming at you
yeah. I
because
love
I
that.
I absolutely buzz off it. You know, when someone's put so much into it, I
Yeah,
get a real high off that. So
yeah,
with Helen that day, yeah, I think that's probably. And I've seen a lot of stuff. I've seen Andrea's elephant bar lift, Lucy's deadlift, Donna doing monster dumbbell shears, and Donna's stone world record.
yeah,
All of them fantastic feats of strength. Nothing for me beat that day and that vibe in that gym. It was
yeah.
fantastic.
It was like just a perfect strongman moment in time, that wasn't it? Like, that's how I feel about it. It was such a good comp. It was hard work, but it was a really good comp, and that was just like a shining star moment, I think, for everybody in that competition. I think everybody who was
Yeah,
there who saw that goes back and thinks that was a fucking class moment. That.
yeah. And it was just one of, like you said, one of those strange moments in time where everybody was on the same vibe,
Yeah,
on the same planet, in the same moment. Can't
yeah.
buy that. Can't buy
No,
that. My other one is, because I've got three.
perfect.
Um, my other one was at the same comp, and it was when I broke the world record. I have got a
Hell
personal
yeah.
one for a whole 3 minutes.
Doesn't matter. You
I've
still
never.
had it. You still had it for a
I had
minute. Don't
it for
matter.
a whole 3 minutes, and it's very similar to Helen. It was the work that went into it.
Yeah,
Um, that whole event, that whole comp for me was about the Maxel. I'd never done a max event,
yeah,
and I just thought, I love my overhead, I love log. Um, there was something like 15, 16 weeks of work where Axel was literally a regular feature 2 or 3 times a week, and I
yeah,
just slept Axel, breathed Axel, just went for it. And I hadn't got it. And I think I'd messaged you the week before because I posted a PB and you pulled me up on weight. And I was like,
yeah,
I'm not telling you. It's a max axle. I'm not telling you. And
yeah.
because you were commentating, I gave you a snidey little, right, it was 75, but don't say out.
Yeah, I remember this. It's me being the weight
So
police on
then
Instagram, telling everyone they have to post
yeah,
the
big,
weights.
big time. I was like, oh my god, Becca Morgan's asking me how much I'm lifting. I don't even know what to say. Are they just gonna like she's gonna start measuring plates on Insta or something?
I am really bad
And
for that as well.
I do it now as well.
It's
I
so bad,
can't
isn't it?
plates up,
It's
but
really weird.
yeah, I kind of got the 75, hadn't pushed the 80. That comp, that vibe, everything, everybody had been invested in for that whole weekend. It was just for me building to it. I remember going out for the 80. I want to say Gail was with me. I can't
Mm.
remember. There was someone next to me on the next platform, and I got that 80 kilos. And I could
Yeah.
have died right there. I was
Yeah.
dead happy
Happy.
with that. I'm happy.
Done now.
Really, really happy with that. Done.
That's enough.
That's my comp now. I'm fine. And as it turns out, that was my comp because I was shit throughout the rest of the comp. But for 3 whole minutes, I held the world record until Gail came out and absolutely smashed it like the queen she is, because she's just a legend.
She is
but that was it. I think Matty was reffing me as well. I think the whole thing that Matty and he's
he's so strict. So strict.
So strict.
Ridiculous.
And I thought
it's annoying.
I thought even then, right, that's it. I've done it. Matty's reffed it. It's happened.
Yeah,
I've had the longest down command ever. Bless him. I absolutely adore him. And I thought, that's it. You're never going to take that away from me. So I think after that was my high for that comp, because then I zeroed every other overhead event after that. I think I zeroed the circus dumbbell, and I was like, yeah, you're done. You're done.
It doesn't matter though, because you got it, didn't you? That's the thing. And I think as well, like, especially going into comps like that, you can be so focused on like your one goal. Like if you know that's a personal goal for you, and you've focused on the journey all the way up to it, like it doesn't really matter because you've gone in and done what you said you were going to do.
Yeah, I think for me as well. I mean, it was a learning curve in terms of how to approach comps of that level, because it was my first year doing anything national. The learning I took away from both England's and UK's in how to approach these comps and your focus leading up to it was massive. But I wanted that Maxwell so bad.
Yeah.
And funnily enough, Worlds has got Maxwell.
Hell yeah. Hell. I know. Do you know what? I'm a little bit sad that I'm not doing Natty Worlds this year. I've genuinely thought about seeing if Matty would let me do it, which I don't think he will because I haven't qualified through any pathway at all this year. But I was like, oh God, like another Maxwell. Damn. Like, I fucking love it in comps, me. I fucking love it. It's my favourite event.
It's, for me, log. Anything with stones, anything with log and axle, I love. And I love... There's so many different aspects to Maxwell, well, axle in general. So you've got the for reps where you're hot potato in it and you're flying through it, and that's a different technique to how you would then approach a max axle. Yeah. And for me, I love both elements of it. I'm not going for any world records because, wow, I think it's at 100 kilos or something at the minute.
Yeah.
No, I'd be happy if I got somewhere near there, but I think I'm still going to be in the 80s at some point. But I will give it my best shot. But I've taught myself how to split jerk.
Nice, very good. Join the club.
Just because I'd never done it. I'm a push presser. I think you actually said when I was doing axle, like the highest accolade I've ever been awarded. You said I kind of push axle or press axle like Andrea Thompson. I was like,
hell yeah. What a compliment.
I'll absolutely have that any day of the week because she's just a class athlete. She's an absolute machine.
And I know why I said this as well, because I know what I'm talking. I know when you've said that, it's reminded me, because when you press an axle, you've got a really small dip, like you do a tiny little dip, and then it's just like straight, instant press, isn't it? And like Andrea Thompson is very much the same. Her dip is so efficient. The technique is just so efficient. She doesn't need this like ridiculous like depth dip to get much momentum, and you're the same, where you just need that like perfect technique dip, and then you're like bang straight up.
Yeah, and it for me it's well, just shit at using my legs, if I'm perfectly honest. I literally have, so I'm coached by Strength Forge, John Mallon, and he literally put on the app, get up on your bastard toesies, to remind me to actually use my triple extension. Because I'm really pants at it. But yeah, I thought now's the time to learn a new skill. So I, without telling my coach, I went away and watched tons of your videos and tons of Rosie Abercrombie's videos.
Nice.
Literally started split jerk and then sent him some videos going, I've taught myself how to split jerk. I might need some help.
Class. No, that's the thing though, like just starting and trying, like, because I mean, when I first learned how to split jerk, it was Jenny that taught me how to do it, Jenny Todd, And then I went away and I did exactly the same, watched videos. So I watched a lot of like Matty Rogers, the Olympic lifter and stuff like that. Because I mean,
Yeah.
she's the same weight as me and she's pressing 140, 150 kilo overhead. Like, there's no reason why I can't do that. I just need the better technique. So I'll follow whatever she's doing and copy her off of videos. And it's the best way to learn, isn't it?
Yeah, for me, and I've fallen down that exact same rabbit hole. I started off with Strongwoman, now I'm on to the Olympic lifters, trying to refine everything. I don't think you're going to see anything special at Worlds, but I'm going to have a good crack at it because it's a new skill, and I'm here and I'm all about that. But yeah, Axel overhead for me, just give me it in every comp. I'm a happy bunny.
I'm with you on that. And I think as well, it's super important, especially for like natural women, to learn how to like split jerk or push jerk or whatever you do in power jerk, whatever it is, because you can get 25% extra on your overhead. And like for us natties with like shit shoulder strength, like that's massive. That's absolutely huge. Like, I can't push press 70 kilos, but I can split jerk 100 kilo over my head. Like, the change is insane with it. And once you get that confidence with it as well, all your other lifts will come up too. So it's worth putting the time in to learn that skill, I feel.
I mean, I'm the most uncoordinated person out there. Please don't ever ask me to dance, ever.
Now I definitely will.
And I literally have stood in front of a mirror for weeks with nothing in my hands, literally creating a dance move out of it. Yeah. And Donna had come down to train at Bionic, and she'd give me a great piece of advice that she'd got off Chloe Brennan. And I've literally just implemented that. And it started off with that. And now it's kind of moving into my single arm overhead. So I've started doing it with the circus and the monster dumbbell. And it's kind of freeing. Yeah. I feel like I've opened up like a new element to my overhead. So I was like, this will be the summer of the split jerk for me.
Nice. I can't wait. I'm already excited to see this. I'm already excited. There's like a little part of me that's now like, I wonder if Matty would let me come and try and break the world record at Worlds at Maxwell. So that
Matty, if you're listening, just say to him, Matty, if you're listening, mate, come on, guest lifter.
I'm pretty sure. I think because the 73s had the record, didn't they, for last year? Because they beat all the 82s, and I think it was Alexa, wasn't it? Was it like 106? There was two people that broke it, wasn't there? The same. I can't remember the other person. That's so bad.
I know. There was the. So was it broke at the Chaos Classic for the? No, that might have been the under 64s. I know Faye Pittman broke it.
That was it. It was Faye Pittman and
Alexa.
Yeah, who broke it together, didn't they? And I'm sure it was 106 or 106.5 or something like that. So that record would stand for the Masters, because Fair, the 73s and the 82s. And then I don't know, it might even stand for the Opens, to be honest, because I don't think anyone's pressed heavier than that in the Opens yet on Axel.
No, I'm not sure. I'm genuinely not sure for the Opens. Bit dead interesting though, wouldn't it?
Would be good, wouldn't it?
Needs to happen, that.
Oh, I'm going to be sending Matty a message after this podcast. I'm like, I can't really be bothered to compete anymore rest of the year. And I'm like, nah, I might go for the record. Fuck it.
Just don't compete anymore. Just come in and guest lift and just do world records.
Just guest lift world records. Yeah, I think that's probably where I'm at, to be honest. I might even just do the Open, so I don't even have to cut.
Oh, hang on. We're all fully invested in your cuts when you cut for comps.
Oh man, honestly, I've got because I've got Europe's coming up on the 1st, 2nd and 3rd of August. So I was like, right, I'm gonna have to start a bit of a steady cut. So I'm about 88, 87 kilos. So I was like, I start a steady cut. I fucking hate it already. I hate it. I've managed to get down to 86.5, and I thought I can probably water cut from here. And then when you're like, no, you can't. You hate this. Why would you do? You've got 4 weeks. Like, you could easily lose a bit more weight. And I'm like, nah.
But, see, this is why I Opens life for me. I genuinely love my food too much, way too much. I'd never be I'd be a shit weight class athlete.
This is my problem, mate. This is exactly my problem. I just really like eating, and I like fueling my body. I like feeling like I've got loads of energy. Like, I love going into training sessions and being like, fucking hell, I'm like absolutely buzzing. Like, I've got so much energy. And when you start cutting, instantly I'm just like, I've got no energy. I hate everything.
Yeah. And I can't do that, and I'm not doing that for World. So I'm with Titan Nutrition, and she sorts me out. She teaches me loads, and because I'm 50. Did I mention that? Um, because I've hit perimenopause now, so my body is going absolutely crazy with everything. And
Yeah,
I've just said, normally I'm trying to lose a bit of weight because I do carry weight. That's just me and my age and my love of all things buttermilk chicken. Um,
yeah,
but I just said for this comp for Worlds now, I need to go into the gym and smash 4 sessions a week
yeah.
and be absolutely ready to tear weight off the floor. I can't go into a calorie deficit. So I've just said, just fuel me to get me to Worlds.
Yeah,
I don't care
yeah,
if that means a little bit of weight gain. I'm really not bothered about the size of
yeah,
me, and it will have an impact probably on some of the moving events. I'm not
yeah.
bothered. I need to turn up to training ready to,
Build. Yeah,
lift heavy weights. It's essentially that's it. Put
I
petrol in the
totally
car
agree.
to go on a long journey.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I think it's super important, and I think as well, like a little bit of weight gain. The other thing that annoys me about being in the weight class is I have to constantly weigh myself to watch where I'm at, like sat at, and I fucking hate that. I genuinely don't care what
No.
I weigh, and what I find is it if I weigh myself, it distorts what I look like. Like I feel like when I look at myself in the
Yeah.
mirror, I wake up and think, I look pretty fucking lean today, like bit jacked. I'll weigh myself. If I'm over
Yeah.
where I expect to be, suddenly I feel fat, and I'm like 10 minutes ago, I felt mint. Like, what
Yeah.
is this bullshit? Like, it
It,
just
it
instantly in
changes.
my head it changes, doesn't it?
Yeah, changes everything. And now, I think the one of the greatest things my nutritionist has done for me is Lindsay has really changed how I view my body.
Yeah,
Um, there was a time when I thought I'd never do Strongwoman because of the muscle, the mass that you would gain.
yeah,
Now I get my biceps out at every opportunity.
yeah. Now I'm like, do I look jacked enough yet?
Exactly that. I think one of the things for me was like I was always told like years ago I had catastrophic back injury, and so I've had my spine fused and I've got some metal work in my lower spine,
Fucking hell.
and I gained a shit ton of weight throughout that 2 3 years of going through that. So I've got two massive like finger length screws that go into my spine. I had those in for a
Jesus.
couple of years, and then they broke, weirdly
Oh,
enough,
God.
and they had to come out again. So I had my spine fused, and they basically said to me, "You're never going to be able to deadlift over 50 kilos."
Fucking hell, mate. That is
Hold my
insane,
beer.
that. Yeah,
Yeah, I literally found I'd put on tons of weight, really unhappy. Started working slowly to lose a weight, changed my diet a little bit, did the usual shiz, but
yeah.
then found John Mallon as a coach, and he was like, "What do you mean you've been told you'll never lift 50 kilos?" And the guy is just, we call him the Hobbit. He's just a strength wizard as well.
Yeah,
He
he
should be
is.
called Gandalf.
He's
He's
such
just
a good coach, isn't
absolutely,
he?
yeah. I've been with him in this world of ever changing coaches. I've actually been with John Mallon 9 years.
Wow. Wow, that's super impressive, that. Awesome.
Yeah, he's been through the full journey with me. He's literally rehabbed my back and all the
Yeah,
various sort of ailments that I had going along with that, to the point where I was like, yeah, let's do Strong Woman. Um,
yeah,
the guy has changed my life.
yeah.
Strong Woman has changed my life. Um,
That's awesome,
it's
that.
it's yeah, and Lindsay as well, with getting a nutritionist on board, teaching me about food. It's literally changed how I view my body,
Yeah,
how I prepare for things, why I might be feeling shit one day but feeling great the next day. It's introduced me to the chemical balance in your body and all that shiz that goes on.
yeah,
Um, I'm probably in better shape, although I don't always look it. I'm probably in the best shape of my life in
yeah.
terms of what I'm putting into my body, the supplements I use, the exercise I do, and the
Yeah.
strength, and the fact that yes, I have jack shoulders, and I'm really okay with that.
Hell yeah. Yeah, hell yeah. They got. I feel like everyone gets into sport and they're like, "Oh, I don't want to be too big." And then the minute you start training, you're like, "Fucking hell, look at me!" Like the bigger you get, the more
Bang!
you're like, "Fucking come on, then."
It's ace, and I love how it's allowed me to be really comfortable with talking about my body.
Yeah,
To the girls who come in the gym, one of the great things about the gym where I am at Bionic Strength is we have a Strongwoman Club on Saturday mornings, which they
nice.
very kindly help me mentor some of the girls and coach some of the girls in Strongwoman. It's
Yeah,
being able to have those conversations about their bodies, what they're going to go through, how to fuel them correctly, what they need to take away any misconceptions that they would have about Strong Woman,
yeah,
and just get them feeling really comfortable. That is just, it's all new knowledge to me. And I go out and I go and tell my workmates about this, and it's just been great. It's been great being in a position to sort of say to people, look, just because you're not, 12 stone and,
yeah,
with visible abs doesn't mean that you're not healthy. It's like actually having some biceps and having, quads that can lift a fully grown man off the floor.
yeah. It's fucking
That's what it's
cool.
all about for me. That comes
Yeah.
in really handy in my job, being physically able to pick up a dude and put him in the back of a police van.
I bet it does, yeah. I bet they're
Skills.
never expecting it either. They'll be like, oh, she's not going to get me. And then all of a sudden they grab and they're like, oh, why is this woman so strong?
I did. The time I knew when I was kind of getting strong, I was policing the nighttime economy because I work sort of Manchester city centre area, and we were out outside one of the bars, 3 o'clock in the morning. Everybody's really drunk. Everybody's being a bit of a prat.
Yeah,
Puts you off drinking for life, this job.
yeah,
And one guy thought it'd be great to kick off with another group and just mate, stop. And you try and do all the communication stuff, like go home,
yeah,
come on, you've had a good night, all that malarkey. And he swung a punch at me, which he missed because it was one of those ones you can see coming from 15
yeah,
mile away.
yeah. You're
He
there like,
falls over
oh,
on the floor. He falls over on the floor, and I'm like, right, that's it, mate. Gonna arrest you. And he started booting off a little bit. And by this point, I literally picked him up by his belt and by the scruff of his t-shirt, picked him up, walked him to the back of the van and put him in, turned around, closed the door, turned around. And his 15 rugby mates were all lined up on the side of the pavement, just like,
what the fuck? Who is this woman?
what just happened there? And I thought, yeah, do you know what? Take your
Maybe.
world records, take your comps and stuff like that. I will take the look on their faces any day of the week, and I'm a
Hell
massive
yeah.
advocate for anybody being able to do that. Any woman out doing her job.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
You know you've made it when you've deadlifted a bloke.
100%. And I think as well that especially in your like role and your job, being strong will give you that confidence as well that like you can look after yourself. Like I bet in
Yeah.
situations now where like a few years ago you'd have been like, oh fuck, like I'm not sure how this is gonna go. Now you're like, no, I can look after myself. Like I'm strong enough to sort of fucking deal with these people if they're being dickheads. Like it's not
Yeah.
as much of a big deal.
Yeah. And you've hit the nail on the head there with probably the one thing strength sports and being a strong woman does give you is that confidence to go, actually, no,
Yeah.
stop what you're doing. I think in my job that I constantly live in a state of, oh shit, what's going on?
Yeah.
Because that is the nature of the job that we
Yeah.
do. I'm a response officer. I respond to jobs, or have done for most of my career. That there's a confidence in your own ability to be able to, say, for instance, get in a scrap with somebody and go,
Yeah.
do you know what? I might not be able to throw a punch as good as you, but I can bear hug you to death
Yeah. I can restrain you.
until
And
help
you won't be moving.
until help arrives. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there is a confidence that in knowing your body that well and being able to say, yeah, I'm not here for how good it looks. I can literally get a grip of someone and do my job.
Yeah.
That is incalculable for me.
Yeah.
And having that confidence, spot on.
Yeah, no, I love that. I absolutely love that. Right, well, let's ruin this good mood then and move on to the next section. What is your strong woman low?
I suppose there's a couple. There's a personal one from last year. And there's kind of one in general. I think we'll start with the personal one.
Mhm.
So getting injured sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
And that because I remember watching you go through that bicep last year and thinking, "Oh shit, man, that must be your head must have fallen right off."
Yeah,
Because you have those moments of when you get injured or when you get sick of, "What if I can't do this again?"
yeah, yeah,
And I
absolutely.
think that got me last year, and I'm really. It's more of a public service announcement than a woe is me tale. So last year at UK's, I competed at UK's, and I knew something wasn't quite right. And I
Mm.
suppose when you feed into that, how Strongwoman makes you so aware of your body that I was aware that something wasn't firing right,
Yeah,
even at UK's. Um, so as soon as UK's had finished, I went and I'd found some lumps, and I was like, that shouldn't be there. There's
mm.
bicep lumps, which we love, but then there's
Yeah,
lumps in places where lumps shouldn't be. So
yeah,
I literally did exactly what you're supposed to do, and I went to the GP and got them checked out. And I was really lucky that I did, because my lumps turned out to be okay, but a really inquisitive consultant checked my thyroid,
yeah,
and he was like, "That doesn't feel right." And I'm like, "Well, what's it supposed to feel like?" And he's like, "Well, not like that." Right, okay. So got myself checked out, and they were like, "We'll bring you back for another scan." And literally within a week, they were calling me back, and they were like, "Yeah, we want to scan your thyroid and do some biopsies." And
mm.
the symptoms that I was having, I literally put down to entering menopause,
Yeah.
perimenopausal. It's exactly the same symptoms. It turns out, as it happens, that I had thyroid cancer and
Fucking
had
hell.
no
Yeah,
idea at all. Um, and it was just that sense of something's not quite right,
yeah,
something's not brilliant. And I'd just come out of UK's. I'd had this brilliant first year doing the natty strongwoman stuff. I was on an absolute high. And within the space of a week, I was like, never going to be able to compete again.
yeah, 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 yeah,
My head fell off. I know better now, but
yeah,
in that moment, I was like, all that hard work, I'm never going to be able to do this. I'm not going to be able to push that. And well, that was a load of bollocks looking back now.
yeah,
But I think for me, it was the whole sort of layoff. I literally had to stop doing everything strength
yeah,
related for a few months. And if I hadn't have had the coaches that I've got and the gym that I've got, I genuinely think I'd have just gone under me, because
yeah,
I didn't realise how much I rely on this sport
yeah, 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 yeah.
for everything, for my physical well-being and my own mental health. It was
100%.
devastating initially, and then my coaches were like, "Mate, come on, wise up. We'll
Yeah,
get this sorted."
yeah,
I was really lucky in that the prognosis for me, I had actually one of the better cancers, if that's even a thing,
yeah,
and it was surgery for me was the solution. So what they've discovered is I had two tumours on the right side of my thyroid, but I have a 4 centimetre tumour on the left side of my thyroid, which is currently benign.
mm.
So they've cut out half of my thyroid, because I was like, please leave me with some thyroid. I really need that.
Just a little bit, please.
I don't want to be taking thyroid meds, because I know people go through a real tough time with them.
Yeah,
So they did. They removed the right hand side of my thyroid. And once I kind of got over myself and realised it wasn't the end of the world, the support from the community was great, and I had no idea how many people this had affected. So I was getting
yeah,
messages from women all over going, "Mate, what can we do? What advice do you need?" My coaches were straight in. My nutritionist was like, "Eat this food; it will really help."
yeah.
And my coach was like, "Right, no heavy lifting, so we're going to work on biceps and shoulders."
Perfect.
It for me. It was the community stepping up again. My gym were like come in, train, even if you do something like light, come
Yeah.
in, train, be part of the team, come in and do Strongwoman. And they were categorically watching me for like 12 weeks to make sure that if I even eyeballed a deadlift bar, that they were completely snitching on me.
Yeah,
It was
yeah, 100%, 100%.
it was good, but it was a very, very scary time for me.
Yeah,
I think the minute anybody mentions the C word, I did what everybody. I had a panic attack. I was like, shit.
100%. Well, you're faced with your own mortality there straight away, aren't you? And like, you never know how good or how bad it's going to be. You're at the hands of fucking doctors that are going to then tell you, aren't you? And like, especially after spending all that time building up to being so strong and so confident in your body, and then feeling like it's let you down. I know, like, my
Yeah,
injury is obviously nothing compared to fucking thyroid cancer, but like when I did, I felt like fucking hell, I've done all this work, and now this is what's going to happen. My body's going to let me down like this. Like, fuck off. It pisses you off,
yeah.
doesn't it?
Yeah, I remember watching your training as well. And we all knew what you were going for, and it was like it was so there. And then you did that, and I was like, "Oh, mate!" I genuinely felt gutted for you, mate. I was like, I couldn't imagine what that felt like.
Yeah. And then you
Genuinely,
went through it
fully
straight away.
invested. And then I go into it, and I'm like, right, fucking. After about a week or so, it was like, Avers, mate, it's not the end of the world. Come on, pull
Yeah.
yourself together, man. And you know what? When I'd gone away and researched some stuff and actually found out what was going on with my body, I was like, do you know what? You are one lucky fucker.
Yeah.
Compared to what other people go through, you have got off so lightly. So I'm
Yeah.
a massive advocate now for certainly women of my age going out and getting yourself checked up.
Yeah.
If something don't feel right, trust your body. If it looks like a fish
100%.
and it smells like a fish, mate, it's a fish.
To fish,
Go
yeah.
and get it, go and get it checked out, and
100%.
don't muck about with stuff.
Yeah, and it's super simple. Like I had one like a year ago, 2 years ago, or something, and I'd been training log, and I'd come out of a training session. I had a massive bruise, like a pinpoint bruise on my boob, and I was like,
Yeah,
"What's that? That's weird." And it was like lumpy, but I thought, well, maybe I've just hit the log on it. Like there's maybe like it's bruised underneath, bit hard lump under
yeah,
there. That's fine. Anyway, I left it. Week later, lump still there, bruise gone. I trained again, same bruise came up exactly over the same point, and I thought,
wow,
don't like you, don't like you at all. Went to the GP, got it checked out, got it scanned. It was fine. Like there was a lump, but there wasn't anything in it. Like it was completely benign, no problems at all. But like it's so simple and straightforward to get checked out. And like if you think that there's something going on, you catch these things early. You're always going to get the best like prognosis from
yeah,
stuff if you catch it early.
yeah, massively so. It it has changed my outlook on a lot.
Yeah,
Um, you know, in terms of how I approach things, and that you know, once you've kind of gone through something like that, no matter how big or small it is, it's obviously going to, like you said, you face your own mortality and you think, shit.
yeah. Fuck. I
For
actually might die
me,
soon.
yeah, and that's it. And for me, it was like, don't fucking take shit so seriously, Avers. Chill
Yeah,
out, enjoy what you've got. And that has been, it was the reason why I applied for England this year, because I didn't think I was going to be able to compete, recovery and all that, and things had gone so well. I was like, do you know what? I need something to focus on.
yeah,
I need some sort of a training routine. Even if I fall flat on my face at England, I really don't care. Let's just go and have a laugh. And actually, that attitude has probably done me more better for my focus approaching the bigger comps.
yeah,
It's really chilled me out and relaxed me. It's like
yeah,
I genuinely don't care where I come in these comps. I'm literally there for a fucking good time.
yeah. 100%. I love that. Class. Absolutely class. Right, what was your other strong woman, Laura, before we move on?
Um, we love a bit of taking people down in strongman, don't we? There's
Good
loads
old
of that
cancel
going on.
culture going on.
Massive. It's like, do you know what, everybody? Chill out. You know, without going into anything, I go on about how we've got the best community, but out there's factions of people just wanting to be bitchy and
Yeah.
not doing things they say they're going to do and all that malarkey. Chill out, everybody. We're here for a short time. Make it a good time. You
Yeah.
know? let's build the sport up. There's some great things going on in strongman and strongwoman at the minute, and certainly on
Yeah,
the natty scene, which is just amazing. Let's
yeah,
not screw it up. Let's be nice to each other. We don't all have to be lift heavy, be kind sort of says, but
yeah,
let's try and not take people down for the sake of taking people down, and let's try and sort things out like adults instead of airing it all on social media. Because for me, it spoils the sport.
yeah.
There's a lot of good shiz on there, but I suppose there's drama and everything. But I just think with strongman, because we're such a small community,
Yeah.
just blast it all out there, and it's people are losing shit, and nah, not for me. No drama. Love a good bit
There's
of gossip. No drama.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. There's not enough room in this sport for us to be like taking people down and cancelling people at this point. Like we're all trying. Like if people are in this sport for the right reasons, which I think majority are, it's because we want the sport to grow and we all love it so much. We want to share that with the rest of the world. Like we want to show them how good it can be and how much fun it can be. And having all this drama and having people kicking off and booting off, it pushes people out of the sport. And I know it's happened over the years, like people getting pushed out and stuff, but it's sad that it comes to that. Like it shouldn't
Yeah,
have to get to that point.
yeah, I agree. Let's just go and lift heavy shit and show the world what, certainly for the natty scene, what natty strong men and women can actually do. It's
100%.
it's a buzz, and it's look at Worlds this year. It's absolutely it's bonkers. It was bonkers last year.
It's
This
stacked.
year, it just looks even mental. It's
Yeah,
stacked. You
absolutely
know,
stacked.
I literally can't wait. I know the Masters are competing first, I think, on the Friday afternoon and Saturday morning. I'm
Yeah,
literally there to watch the rest of it on the Saturday and the Sunday.
yeah, 100%. Where is it? Is it Galway again?
Galway again at the Kingfisher Club. So I think it starts on is it August the 21st? So it's that whole August bank holiday
Right.
at the
Okay.
Kingfisher Club. So there's a load of us going over. I think there's tons of us on the Wednesday flight from Manchester. So I think I'm on the same flight as like Laura Hollywood and
Hell
Catherine
yeah.
Ogden. So there's going to be loads of banter on that. And then I'm
Hell yeah.
sharing digs with Wendy Stewart.
Oh, you're not gonna be sleeping.
No, I think it's just gonna be chaos, isn't it?
She's gonna be
But
one
it's
of the people that
literally
wakes
like,
up at 4 a.m. like, let's go, and everyone will be like, no.
I can see it coming. Yeah, it's going to be, for me, it's going to be a great weekend. I think we come back on the Monday, so Sunday night in Galway.
Hell yeah. Be a right sesh.
It's going to be a right session. If the Masters haven't gone to bed by 8:30, then because did I
Nah.
mention I was old? It'd just be really good to see all the girls again, especially the Irish girls. And Dolores and Gail, I haven't forgotten that I owe you a pint. Those ladies waited for my last event after UK's, and we didn't know whether I'd qualified or not because I think I finished sixth at UK's, and it was like, oh, has she? Hasn't she?
Yeah.
And Dolores went off and bought me a pint straight away because I told her I hadn't had beer in 6 months.
Legend. What a legend.
Yeah, she's great story about Dolores just before we finish off.
Yeah.
Someone was asking, I think Stephen Wiley and Hope Christie were on their podcast, and they were saying, who's the oldest out of Avril and Dolores? Because they both got 50
Yeah.
on their profiles. We're actually born on the same day.
No way.
Mate, it gets weirder. Dolores, I was back in the Isle of Man last weekend, and I was there for my mum's 70th birthday, and Dolores posts a picture saying happy birthday to this lady, and I'm like, Dolores, please tell me that's not your mum. She was like, yeah, it's my mum. And I was like, so our mums have the same birthday?
That is insane.
Mate, it gets weirder. They're such a good weekend story, this. They're both called the same name. They're both called Maggie.
Fucking hell. It's not even like that's a particularly like common name either, is it really?
No, my mum's
Yeah.
Scottish and her mum's obviously Irish. But she's there that weekend. I'm in the Isle of Man. We're both texting each other, catching up with each other. And it turns out not only do we share the same birthday, our mothers share the same birthday, and our mothers have the same name.
Oh my god. It's like you're like twins, but also you're twins too.
It's like tell me you're a twin without telling me you're a twin.
Absolutely.
It was weird.
Yeah. So neither of you
It
the
was
oldest then? You're both as old as each other as well?
uh, no, no. I'm
Oh.
older than Dolores by 5 hours.
Oh, we had to break it down to the hours time, did you?
I literally, she had to ask her mum, and I had to ask my mum what time I was born at. So if
They
you
could
want the
find that.
OG of the Masters, by OG I mean old granny, it's me.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I fucking love that. That's so funny.
It's such a good story. I'm going to be telling that for years. It's mint, isn't it?
Yeah, I would. It's a great story, that. Absolutely great story. Love it. Right, let's do last question of the pod then. So what would you say to yourself when you first started the sport?
Train your fucking grip. I'm
Yeah.
so shit.
Yeah,
I'm
I think it's
so
one of
shit
them.
at grip. I keep dropping me farmers, no matter how much I train it. Train grip.
Yeah. I like that.
Start now.
It's a small part of the sport, but it's pretty integral. And I think if you've got good grip, you don't even really think about it. Like, because my grip's always been half decent, but then when I get into situations, I think, imagine if I trained this, how much better I would be. So, like, yeah, I'm with
Exactly.
you. Train it. It's a worthwhile little extra have on in it. Bonus.
Yeah. Emma Hunt will be so pleased that I've said that because she is the grip queen. And she told me when I first started, you got to get into grip.
Yeah,
And I was like, yeah. And
yeah,
then I
yeah,
started dropping farmers in the middle of like really big comps. And I'm just like, oh, mate, seriously. So, yes, I currently training grip. I don't think it'll ever be there. I messed up some tendons in my arm last year. So, I'm not sure it will get better. But yeah, start training grip now. And don't take this so seriously. You know, for
yeah,
90% of people doing strength sports out there, certainly strongman and strongwoman, have a laugh. You know,
yeah.
there's a good 10% of people out there who are going to be world class athletes who are going to make a living out of this.
Mm-hmm.
It's the sport's not quite there where people are earning regular money. There'll be tons of offshoots of this, and I know. I mean, crikey, I'm training up to be a personal trainer myself. I'm doing my qualifications at the
Yeah,
minute. Like I said, it's been life changing for me, but it's not my main job.
yeah,
Yes, it takes up most of my time, and it's a hobby, a very expensive hobby, but it's not the be all and end all. The journey, it's a bit like the training.
yeah,
The journey is everything. It's like, you know, when you do a 12, 15 week cycle for a comp, the comp's gone in a blur. What you remember
yeah,
are
yeah,
the sessions it took to get you there. So, you know, unless you're one of those top class athletes, then by all means be super focused, make it your life, go for your trophies and all that. Have fun, meet new
yeah,
people, get new
yeah.
experiences. Don't take yourself too seriously in this sport. Relax, have a laugh with it.
Yeah, I love that. I love that, and I think it's super, super important because I feel like I've had that sort of like I've spoke about this a couple of times on the pod where you get into the sport, it does take over your life. It is massively time consuming. You put a lot of effort in and time, and you expect a lot back out of the sport, and you
Yeah,
don't get it. And the people that stay longer in this sport are the people that can deal with that and go, I want to make this sport better than I found it. So I'm going to put everything I
yeah,
can into it, but I'm still going to have my own life outside of this so that it's not everything that I am. And that's how you stay in the sport for this long. That is it. Like that's the
yeah,
fucking secret hack is just not take
yeah,
yourself too seriously, enjoy it and give back. And that's it.
yeah. And use it to enhance your life. Don't make it your life.
Yeah, I love
For
that.
me, it's like I've got 20 years as a police officer. I'm 50 years old. I might have mentioned that once or twice. Um, you know, I'm coming up for retirement, you know, in the next few years, and I've got some decisions to make. And what this has taught me is like the skills I've learned being a police officer, I can now apply into potentially coaching people. And I found a genuine love of coaching women
Yeah.
and men, but mainly women in strength sport. And I'm lucky to have a network around me that have allowed me to do that, that my gym have pushed me to do my qualifications. They're mentoring me. You know, they're giving me the opportunities to coach within their gym under their mentorship. And I literally am thriving on it. So like I said, Strong Woman will change your life. but do it the right way, get some enjoyment out of it.
Yeah.
For me, if I can, love to retire from the police earlier than expected. I don't want to be chasing 16-year-old kids with knives about when I'm like 61.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'd rather be in a gym teaching women similar age and coaching women a similar age how their bodies are absolutely monstrously cool and strong and, getting the best out of it. There's no broken hips for me when I'm 60.
Fuck no. We're the non-broken hip club.
No, there'll be no fragile brittle bones around here. Our bone density, I think they say when you start strength training, doesn't your bone density increase by like 40, 50%, something like that? Something mad. And I was
100%.
like, that's for me.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing, from the minute you hit 30, you start to lose 2% of your muscle mass every year following that point, unless you are strength training, and your bone density, everything like that. It all factors in. And if you're not strength training by the time you're 30, you're going to have problems by the time you're 60. Like, it's how it is. So the earlier you can get into it and the more like consistent you can be with strength training for a long period of time, the better you're going to be when you're 60, 70-year-old. Like, we were just saying this with Andrea the other day. There's going to end up being an over 60s class in the Masters. Like, fucking Claire Marler's already leading the head for that. She's going to make it there first. But like, that will be a thing. That 100% will be a thing.
And if she does, and there is an under 60s class, certainly at OSG and Natties, if she does it, I'll do it. Because I'm now at the point where I can't ever see me not doing this sport. I think I tried a new sport every year since I was about 30, 35. And this is the one that just gives me the most joy.
Yeah.
And for me, if Claire Myler's doing it at 60, count me in. She'll probably still kick my ass as well. She's older than me.
It'll be absolutely stacked as well. There'll be Kiki, there'll be Claire, there'll be fucking loads of yous in there. Be the best class out there.
Can you imagine it? Like the over 60s class? My God.
It would be fucking sick. It would. I think it'll be one of them things that changes the world's perception on age and like what people think they're capable of at that moment in time. And I think that in itself will be super important. The massive repercussions that will have on Gen Pop fitness and health will be fucking huge.
It's massive. It's massive. I'm already seeing it even like at the gym level with the women that turn up to our gym and the amount of them that kind of come in. And there's quite a few who are young, 20s, 30s, but there's some that are coming in at 40s now. And they're kind of saying, oh, well, I don't want to lift too heavy and I don't want to break anything. And, they just turn around and go, that's Avers. She's 50.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Hell yeah. If I can help somebody do that or be an inspiration to somebody, that I consider that a good life lived.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, absolutely love that. Class. Awesome. Right, well, any final bits for the Strongwoman bit before we move on to our favourite end part of the podcast?
No, I think we've pretty much covered every subject under the sun, mate, haven't we?
I'd say we have. Yeah, we've been on for an hour. I love
some
this.
serious editing from...
Fuck no, I'm not taking any of this out, mate. The whole thing will stay in.
Awesome.
This is the thing. Like, you get chatting, and like it's just like two mates chatting, isn't it? And you get carried away and go off on tangents. But I think all of it is super important. And I think, like, I listen to podcasts when I'm driving a lot of the time, so I drive a lot. It fills in the fucking time, and it's great. And there's so many good little sound bites of like advice and information in these podcasts that I think are super important. So, I don't edit anything out. Never.
Sweet.
Right, let's move on then. So, the silly goose section.
Silly goose. It's silly goose time, where our lips get loose and our minds run free. Silly goose. It's silly goose time, where we chat a load of shit that's of absolutely no use. It's silly goose time.
First of all, do you have a silly goose you'd like to bring to the table?
I do.
Oh, exciting. What is it?
Because I think about stuff like this all the time. Usually when I'm supposed to be like training, when someone's staring off into space when they're doing like sets. Yeah, I'm thinking about weird shit.
Amazing.
That is it. So, you love animals. I love animals. For me, and it took a bit of going through this. If animals could talk, Which one do you think would be the meanest?
The meanest. See, we've had a similar question like this before, which was which animal would you think would be the rudest? But I like the idea of the meanest. And
Like that proper
instantly,
bitchy.
yeah, instantly my initial thought is cats.
Yes.
Because I'm not really a cat person. I'm a dog person through and through. I can't have cats because I live under dual carriageway. So, like, I'd never be able to have a cat. And I also have an owl that lives in my house. So I can't have an indoor cat before you all go to me, oh, cats could live indoors. Not when there's a fucking owl living in my house, too. Like, that's not fair.
No.
So, yeah, I think cats would be the meanest because I think they just don't give a fuck. They feel like humans are slaves to them. Like, they're just not bothered, are they?
And that is it. I went through everything. I was looking at all these like really awful insects and stuff like that. There's a bug that's called the assassin's bug. And you've got snakes and stuff like that. But you just think, right, they're doing what they're supposed to do to survive. If a snake bites you, it's protecting its territory. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you get hit by a swarm of fire ants, it's probably because you just stood on their house.
Yeah.
Cats.
That's fair.
Cats, and I love cats. My neighbour's got cats. I've spent the best part of 10 years trying to make them like me. And pretty much, they're the only animal that you put on a pedestal. I'm really sorry, Jenny. I know you love
Jenny's
cats.
going to hate this bit.
I'm person non grata after this. You can never come to Northern again. But I think cats are the only animals where you put them on this pedestal. You treat them like royalty. You feed them the best of food. They have, like, my neighbour has like a cat run in his back garden that overlooks my garden. I can see it right now. There's a cat on it now.
Yeah.
You give them everything, and you say to them, "Good morning," or "How you doing, Tiddles?" And it's just that look of disdain, like,
yeah, don't give a fuck, do they?
"Where's my breakfast, bitch?"
Yeah. That's exactly what they're like. Yeah.
It's like I've gone out in my back garden before now, going for a night out, and I know that Fang, he's called Fang. He's a beautiful cat. He sits up on the wall, and there are times when I just think he's being so judgy. Like, he's almost got a look on his face that's like, "What you wearing, bitch?"
Yeah. I feel like they're like that all the time. Like, they look at you as if they're like, who the fuck are you? And I'm thinking, you're a cat. You're just a cat. But, yeah, I'm with you. I think cool.
It's not even sort of like the girl. I just think that yes, they're sassy, and yes, they've got a bit of attitude, but I just think they're constantly judging you.
Yeah, I think Mark Cummins would agree to this because he posts about his cat quite a lot, and he talks about how his cat is like so judgmental as fuck. And I was like, yeah, you can see that. You can see it on its face. It looks judgmental.
And you just know that if cats could talk, they would have clapbacks for everything.
Oh, they'd always be the last word, wouldn't they? You'd say something to them, and they'd be like, "Shut up."
Yeah. For me, that is cats. And I thought about this because I do genuinely like all animals. And I was like, I had to talk with my partner, and I was like, and she was going, "No, it's going to be this, and it's going to be like scorpions and stuff like that." And I was like, when you actually get to it, no. What is the one animal that we absolutely adore and give everything to, and they just look at you as if to say, "What's next?"
Yeah. Just not really that bothered. They only let you stroke them on their terms as well, which I hate. Yeah. I could go up to my dogs at any point in time and just grab them, and they'd just be like, "Oh my God, this is the best day ever." But a cat, it would be like, not now. I think.
And that's it. And I think being a dog person, I find that really hard to come to. I just think, I'm a nice person. You should let me stroke it. No, I'm the sort of person that goes to a zoo, which I don't actually go to zoos because I'm not always in agreement with them. But I would go up there, see a tiger, and go, "Ooh, can I stroke the danger kitty?"
Yeah, absolutely. And they're just all types of cats, just a bit rude, aren't they?
Bitchy. They're just bitchy.
I'm with you on that. Well, my silly goose for you, it was a bit of a stupid one, to be honest. If you were a kitchen utensil, what would you be and why?
Mate, you could tie up my whole day by asking me questions like that.
To be honest, I haven't even thought about this. I just saw it as a question. I thought, that's a really good question. I'll ask it. So I haven't even thought for myself what I would be.
Yeah, that is a really good one. I think I can turn my hand to anything. at most things if you put me there. So I'd have to be like a utensil, a bit like a spatula. You know, like the egg spatula thingies.
Yeah,
You
can
use
it
them for everything.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. We've got one spatula, and if it's in the wash, I'm like, fuck, I need that. I feel like I use it
You're done.
every day. Every day I use a spatula for something.
Yeah. I mean, you use a tin opener. The only thing you can use a tin opener for is to open a tin.
Yeah.
And I can use a knife to open a tin if I've brought my tin opener. Do you know what I mean? So knives, you say you use them for everything. Have you ever tried to pick up an egg with a knife for a fried egg butty?
Exactly.
Doesn't happen. Whereas spatulas can be utilised anywhere in the kitchen. So yeah, I'm really good at getting stuck into things, and I like a bit of everything. So yeah, it's going to be a fish slice sort of spatula thing for me.
I like that. I think that's a really good idea. I still don't really know. In my head, I feel like I would be a whisk, just because I'm only really good at one
Stirring
thing.
Shit.
Stirring shit, yeah. Creating chaos and stirring shit. That's the instantly first thing I thought was whisk.
You don't think it's just like a visual representation of how your brain works sometimes?
To be honest, yeah, exactly. Imagine them 2 ones where they've got the double whiskey bits, but there's like tinsel stuck in it or something. That's what the inside of my head looks like at all times.
Well, I just got like a little thing there of you going doing your degree, getting married, doing comps. When you did that, I was like, that's pretty much how that's how I see your brain working when I see you do all this mad shit.
Jenny said to me the other day, she was like, the one thing you hate, no, she said, you're addicted to not having a clear diary. I was like, fucking too accurate, that. Like, literally, someone asked me the other day, they were like, oh, can we go and have some tea or something? I was like, yeah, sound good. I'll sort something out. I look at my diary and I was like, what about in 4 weeks' time? And they were like, what? I was like, I genuinely don't have any free time for about 4 weeks. Sorry.
Oh man, for me. I'm now at an age where I need quiet time.
Yeah.
I mean, if I don't have a nana nap, like I finish work at 3 most days now because I got sick last year. I do a slightly different role where I train new cops, so they come and land on division, and I teach them what to do when they put the uniform on. So I finish at 3 every day. If I'm not on the sofa by 3:30 having a nana nap, life over.
That was literally
never mind hangry. If I have to go training without having a nap, apart from the fact I'm just genuinely knackered anyway, because like my recovery is so much harder these days. Nana naps when you're over 50, I think it's kind of like it. I always assumed it was just something that you had to do when you turn 50. So I've completely embraced that, and I like my quiet time. If I'd done that whole running around like an absolute dickhead like you, and I haven't got the energy for it now.
Yeah, to be fair, I'm on the borderline now of like being like, this is going to be hard graft, but I'm also a make hay while the sun shines type of person. So I hate feeling like I've missed an opportunity. Me, that's one thing I fucking do not cope with well. So I just say yes to everything. I'm sure at some point it'll bite me in the ass and I'll burn out, but I'll deal with that when I get to it.
Yeah, but how much better is your life for at the minute? When you were putting on a post, what was it, yesterday or the other day, and I was like, you're doing what?
Exactly.
You've literally just got a first in your degree, which was amazing. And it's like, oh yeah, let's sign up to do this and sign up to do this. And let's go in on the gym as well. And I'm like, my God, I wish I had your energy.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll bite me. But at the moment, life is very fucking good. Very good. Tired all the time, but it's good stuff, so I don't mind.
That's called living the dream.
Exactly, 100%. I'll sleep when I'm 50.
Belted.
A few more years hard work and I'll get there. But brilliant. Right, well, is there anything you want to plug then, finally? Where can people find you, follow along with your journey, all that sort of jazz?
So you can catch up with me on Instagram. I am Avis7 because I'm really boring and I haven't changed it to some cool Viking Strongwoman name because I probably haven't figured out how to do that. I train out a Bionic gym. If I'm going to plug anything, it's going to be the Strongwoman sessions on a Saturday morning, which are at 10. If you fancy a day out and you just want to come down and do some cool shit with some other women for a couple of hours, you can either come to the session, or come and day passes there. I'm usually there all day Saturday. Love meeting new people. So yeah, Bionic Strength HQ in Oldham.
Awesome. Yeah, love that. Absolutely awesome. I'll add it all in the show notes below so that everyone can find you and that sort of jazz. But thank you very much for being on the podcast, Avril.
Thank you. Really appreciate it. First time I've ever done anything face-to-face.
Hell yeah. We love to see it. We love to see it. So I hope you enjoyed that episode, and we will see you all on the next one. Goodbye. Thanks for listening to this episode of Strongwoman Highs, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to support the podcast, then please give us a follow on Instagram. Or if you would like, we're also on buymeacoffee.com/strongwomanhighs. This is where you can send us tips, or you can also join our membership area, which is $5 a month or £4 a month. It's the silly gosling level. We'll post out any extra content that we get on there, and hopefully a few little free giveaways of things as well. The podcast currently doesn't cost a lot to run, which is what we're trying to keep it as, but we would like to be able to cover our costs, and also once those costs are covered, any profit that is made on Strong Woman Highs will be getting saved up and put into a pot for future Strong Woman competitions that we can sponsor. So if you have a Strong Woman competition that you'd like to be sponsored, or if you want to be on the podcast, then give us a shout, send me a message on Instagram or on YouTube, anywhere else you can get us, and we'll get it sorted, because the more women that we can get on, the better. Thanks for listening and watching. Bye!